Life can change in an instant. For many wheelchair users, the struggle to push forward is a daily challenge.
After years of development and countless prototypes, we created Rib Grips, the revolutionary wheelchair hand rim covers with built-in ribs for ultimate grip and comfort.
No more slick surfaces, no more heat burns, just pure, reliable grip. Rib Grips, empowering you to push forward with ease. Rib Grips, get a grip on your freedom. Discover the difference. Visit ribgrips.com and use promo code GRIP today. You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit gearhandle.com and use promo code H2O today.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to episode 9 of The Public Affair. Again, thank you all so much for your support, everything that you guys do to help make this podcast grow. It really means a lot to me. Of course, big shout out to Rogue Media Network, Mike Hamilton, for producing the show. Without you, Mike, the show wouldn't be what it is today because you're like the mastermind of editing. He's great. Love him so much. So thank you again. Before we get started with my special guest, who I'm excited to announce, I want to give a shout out to quite a few of our sponsors. Again, thank you to everybody who reached out for sponsorship. You guys are amazing. Let's start off with Francisco and Sons. My boy Israel Salazar is the mastermind behind that company. They're a local welding company. They specialize in carports, metal buildings, fences, and more. So if you guys are in need of any type of those things, make sure you guys call Francisco and Sons on the number on the screens and tell them that Andrew G sent you, of course. I also want to give a big shout out to Midway Nutrition. My boy Marcos Cordero is the person who reached out to me for that. They're located on Hewitt Drive and they have meal replacement shakes. So if you guys are looking for something a little bit more healthier in your diet, definitely hit up Midway Nutrition. My favorite flavor, of course, is the Honey Nut Cheerios, and they got different kinds of flavors too, so you don't have to stick to just the same type of thing all the time. Big shout out also to their sister company, Waco Nutrition and Energy on Spate. They just opened up not too long ago, and so make sure you guys check them out if you're in the Waco area as well. Cool Dreams Services, they're Cool Dreams Waco on Facebook. Ashley and David Sanchez are the people who reached out to me for that. Thank you guys again so much. They're a local heating and AC company. They also specialize in spray foam installation, so make sure you guys hit them up because it's only 112 degrees in the summertime and you guys are going to need your AC fixed and all that. So Cool Dream Services is the way to go. Thank you guys for reaching out. Cedar Sphere Digital Marketing Company, my boy Ziad Halabi. If you guys are a growing business and you guys need some digital marketing done, definitely hit up Cedar Sphere. They are the people to go to. They'll make sure that your business stands out on the internet and everything, and Zihad will take care of you. So call them for all your digital marketing needs. And thank you so much for sponsoring the Public Affairs, Zihad. I can't forget Fat Boy Micheladas and Potanas and Serrano's Carnita. Oh my God, I was just looking at their post earlier. They have like mango habanero flavor now for their carne seca. I gotta try it. I forgot to order it. But anyway, they work together to bring you the best micheladas, botana, and carne seca that you'll ever put in your mouth ever. It's delicious. They are locally operated, so make sure you guys call them for parties, get-togethers, etc. And as they say, get the best, not the rest, darling. I also want to give a big shout out to Arjon Painting, or Arjon Painting, se habla español. My boy Juan Arjon is the person behind that. They're a local family-owned painting company that specializes in residential homes, both interior and exterior. Best quality guaranteed, and they'll give you a pretty badass warranty. So make sure you guys call Arjon Painting, and thank you guys for sponsoring the Public Affair. S&I Landscaping, Luis Valenzuela is the person that reached out to me. Thank you again for sponsoring. They are a local landscaping company. Specializes in lawn care, tree trimming, tree removal, concrete work, and so much more. They also wanted me to let you guys know that they are selling trees and flowers at our local flea market, gate number 132. So make sure you guys go check out S&I Landscaping. And big shout out to one of my new sponsors, Texas Contractor Insurance. My girl Nancy Polsini is the person behind that. They specialize in insurance for like local businesses, people that have carpentry businesses, landscaping, plumbing, handymans, etc. So if you guys are a business owner for those sorts of things and more, make sure you guys hit up Nancy Polsini for your insurance needs. Thank you, everybody, for sponsoring the Public Affair. More to come later. Now, I am excited to announce my next guest. Me and this guy have been talking when the beginning stages of the Public Affair were starting. Real cool guy. I got to know him over the phone, over social media. I want everybody to give a warm welcome to my guest for episode 9, Antonio Castillo, or Antonio Noni Castillo, right?
Yes, sir.
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing so good. First of all, I have to thank you for coming on to the Public Affair. I had a fighter last week, and I thought these next 2 episodes can be kick-ass episodes because I had the one serious episode. So I was like, we gotta, liven it up. You know what I mean? So if for everybody who doesn't know, Noni was a professional boxer from here in town.
Yes, sir.
And we'll get into that more. I got to watch some of your highlights. Fucking badass. I'm scared of him too. Like he came in, first of all, short. Like the last few guests that I've had have been so short. Like, and I just imagine you guys being so much taller. He was like 5'6". I feel all gargantuan, and I'm like really skinny and buff too. So anyway, so he came in and very soft spoken again, just like my last guest. So I don't know, but you said that all bets are on. And I can talk about anything, and I can make whatever joke I want, so don't be kicking my ass after this, okay?
You got it.
And your wife, Precious, shout out to her. She looks like she can kick some ass, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she looks like she used to get in fights in school, and I don't want to do all that.
That's the champion in the family.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, that's the champion.
Did she pay you to say that? Or?
Nah.
No, okay, or you really mean it?
Man,
okay.
I really mean it.
Well, all right. Well, again, do you want me to call you Noni during the show, or Antonio?
Whichever you prefer.
I like Noni. Because it sounds like sophisticated, but it sounds like something else too. No, so anyway, okay, so you guys know I wine and dine my guests for the amenity of their choice because this is a independently funded podcast. But thanks for the sponsor. So I'm so happy that you chose some alcohol this time, right? So Noni asked me for a bottle of Disaronno. This is correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because we were spelling it wrong. I had Erkutis on episode 3. He asked me to bring my favorite mixed drink, and my friend Jennifer Rimlinger, she actually makes this really great drink involving Disaronno, Sprite, and cherry juice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's super freaking delicious. So if that's not, how do you drink this or what?
I drink it straight.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my brother-in-law introduced it to me, and ever since then I just like it.
So did you want some Disaronno so you could take the edge off during the show?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, can we take a shot before we get started?
Let's go.
No, and let me tell you something. Just for the record, I have not drank anything alcohol-wise all day today because I didn't want to be sweating, nothing. I'm doing really good. I drank some water. That's it. I'm going to pour you up the first shot.
All right.
You tell me when. He wants more. You sure? Just a tad more. Yeah, it's the public affair, dog. There's no rules. Okay. I'm going to pour me just a little bitty drink, too, okay? Because one shot of this, and that's it. I'm done.
All right.
Okay? I'm going to be a puddle and a hat at the end. Let's cheers to you coming on to the public affair. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ, that's good. I've never had it straight like that. The only thing I've ever had straight are my men. Anyway, so Noni, why don't you explain to us, for the people who don't know you, who you are? I will say part of the reason why I invited Noni was because I did have a lot of people say, we knew this professional boxer. He's really cool. You should really get him on before this whole podcast started. Now he's on episode 9. So you were referred to me by quite a bit of people, and I will say some people are very excited that you're on. Because I told some people in confidence, we're not supposed to say anything, let's keep it between us. So why don't you explain to us who you are, where you're from, where you grew up, and all that.
My name's Antonio. Everybody calls me Noni. I guess that was my nickname since I was a baby.
Oh, okay.
And I married my high school sweetheart. We've been together going on 13 years.
Wow.
Married, finna be 7. I got 3 kids, a boy and 2 girls.
Okay.
And, I'm just here to inspire and leave a footprint.
Okay. Yeah, and that's so great, and that's what was one of the interesting things that I thought about you, because I saw your highlights, and you were definitely whooping some ass, which is not inspiring, you know what I mean? But you told me about what you were working on now, and, I wanted to talk about your boxing career and all that, so I think that's pretty interesting. Again, big shout out to Precious. She just graduated from
Tarleton, yeah.
Okay, and that was in social work, correct?
Yes, sir.
So big shout out to her. Does she have any plans going back to school?
Yeah, she's actually going back next week for a master's.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
y'all in school, okay?
Yeah, she's a big part of my encouragement, throughout the day. Yeah, she's the reason why I went back to school.
Wow,
and, picked up.
So you would say that she's a driving force in your success?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wow. And so that's pretty cool. So what was your life like growing up? Did you say you're here from Waco? Or?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Waco.
I can hear it in the voice. You guys have this voice. I'm from New York. So
okay.
You're like, yeah, I'm from the cow, man. You know what I mean? I guess. Yeah. So you're from Waco. What was life for you growing up?
I grew up with my mom. She was a single mother.
Okay.
I had 3 sisters. 2 of them were older than me, and then I had a younger sister. We had a stepdad, but he was more of a best friend.
Okay.
He gave me advice, but I mean, everything else I learned from my uncles or other positive role models.
Yeah.
You know? And you know, I wanted to do karate at first, and then my mom was like, nah, not yet. And then I finally got into 8th grade, and I don't know if you know Alexis.
Alexis, what's
Rosas.
I might have met him last night.
Yeah, I mean.
Wait, Alexis Rojas. Yes, I do know Alexis Rojas.
Yeah.
He was a fighter,
he was a
right?
boxer, yeah.
Okay, yes, I know of him. We talked on social media. I don't know where he's at. Where he been?
But that was my boy, man. And
Okay.
In 8th grade, he used to talk about boxing all the time, and I was like, yeah, man, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I would ask my mom. She was like, "No, I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that shit. That's not." I was like, "Man, all right."
This is my dreams, Mom.
And you know, I asked my stepdad, and he was like, "Nah, I just don't want you to get to where you feel like you can beat me up." I was like, "Man, that's not on my mind, man."
Okay.
And I was like, "Man," I was determined because you know Alexis would talk about it a lot in school, and I was like, "Man, I want to try it."
Yeah.
And I met a dude named Frankie, and he was brother to my sister's baby daddy.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm doing the math.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, "Man, if you want to box, you come over here and do some work for me, and I'll pay for it." And it was like $45 just to register, you know, to fight all year. So I was like, all right, cool. We didn't have to pay a gym fee or nothing, you know.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, cool, I'll do that. You know, I started doing a little bit of work, and he was helping me out. And then after like 2 or 3 years, he went to the Air Force, and he was like, well, I mean, I can't do nothing no more, you know.
Right.
I'm out of here. And I was like, man, I need to do something, you know. Because I really did love boxing. I mean, I did a lot of sports.
Yeah.
And I just felt like boxing was the one for me.
That was your thing.
And I was like, man, I got to do something. And registration came up, and man, a good friend of mine, man, his Ryan Carl. Matter of fact, he's fighting on pay-per-view. He's coming up fighting on pay-per-view for the WBA belt. Shout out to Ryan Carl.
Is that still a thing, pay-per-view?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just yeah. I didn't know. Well, shout out to him. That's pretty cool.
And his dad, Daryl, was like, man, you too good of a boxer for you not to box. So he paid for it, and that just really, like, okay, somebody sees something in me.
Right.
So that made me just push hard, you know.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
You know, but in the beginning stages of boxing, you know, when I first started, you know, amateurs, we barely had 2 or 3 fights a year.
Right.
And over time, you know, I was like, you know, it's time for me to move forward, you know. And
definitely.
Finally, we had a coach Hyman, you know, our coach Hyman. He did what he could with us, and you know, but everybody has, you know, situations coming on in their life, you know, and he was doing that basically for free, you know.
Gotcha.
And so he had to step away, and then Tony Montoya came in with John Garcia.
Okay.
And
I feel like I know of Tony Montoya.
Yeah,
we might be friends on Facebook.
He helped me out a lot, man. And we just started climbing.
That's,
you know,
that's pretty lit, man. So it sounds like you grew up in a house with mainly females, and then you didn't turn out gay. Like, good job, Mom.
Well, I mean, my sisters were rough, man. It was
shit.
We fought like boys, man.
Just, really?
Yeah.
Or any of them? Like,
nah. They just, you know, they was just like, you know, hey, we ain't gonna take your shit.
No,
you know?
yeah, okay,
and, my mom, I mean, she was rough on me. You know, somebody hit me and I didn't hit back. You gonna get your ass whipped when you get home.
Really?
So I'm like, okay.
You know what's so funny that you were talking about the boxing? So me and my twin got held back in 7th grade. We had to go to summer school, and, you know, we had passed. But anyway, my mom, somebody bought us boxing gloves, and I was never into fucking boxing, okay? You know, I like, when I was a kid, like, I wasn't really into, like, playing outside and shit, you know, the tag. Like, so she bought us boxing gloves, and she was like, I just want to let you guys know that now that you're spending the summer in summer school, I was going to put you in boxing camp. And I was like, oh, great. Summer school sounds so much better. We watched, like, Harry Potter and shit, you know what I mean? So I had to throw that in there. So shout out to you, Mom, that I didn't miss boxing camp, not one fucking bit. And then somebody bought me a skateboard. I think they were trying to, like, you know, try and man me up a little bit, but it was too late. We were in 8th grade changing in front of boys, so I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? So you said that your sisters and your mom, that I guess they were pretty rough. You know, did you have like a hard life growing up without your dad, or?
I mean, my mom she did the best she could, you know.
Okay. Shout out to Mom.
To you know, fill in that role of a father. I mean, like I said, my stepdad was like more of a best friend.
Right.
It wasn't rough, man. I seen a lot of rough around me, you know.
Right.
My mom did what she could, like I said. For a single parent, you know.
It can't be easy.
Yeah, she did what she could. We made sure we had a roof over our head, you know, food in the refrigerator, you know, a bed to sleep on.
That's all you need, right?
But, you know, we didn't get what, you know, I seen other kids growing up getting, you know.
Okay.
especially without my dad. I didn't get to learn how to barbecue. I had to teach myself that.
Can you teach me? Yeah, because I don't know how to either.
Sports wise, man, I just I went to my uncles. My uncles, they like football.
Right.
And one of my uncles, he liked boxing.
Okay.
My other uncle showed me fishing. It was it was a lot of positive role male.
You had different males in
male
your
role
life
models in my life
outside of your dad. Okay, so for you to, I guess a lot of people really they take that and internalize it for the rest of their life, and it seems. From what I see on Facebook, I mean, you and your family seem very well driven, pushing each other to succeed, and it doesn't seem like if it did affect you, it's not affecting you now.
Yeah.
Like you have a family to worry about, and I'm sure it drives you to want to be there for your kids even more.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It doesn't affect me or bother me anymore. Right. I had a serious talk with my dad, and I told him, man, I love you. I can't hold you for who you used to be, because that's who you used to be.
Right.
And you wasn't a man enough. You wasn't a man yet. And now I see that you've grown into a man, because you're taking care of my little brother and my other little sister.
Right.
So it's,
so you have to forgive him.
Yeah, I can't be mad at you from what you did, but I understand, and I move forward. And I make sure I'm not like you.
Well, Noni, before we get into more of your career and all that, I do want to take a minute to recognize another one of my sponsors, Little Angels Waco. Jose and Rochelle Villa are the people that reached out to me for that. Thank you guys for sponsoring. You guys are the best. Love Jose, love Rochelle. They have bounce houses, water slides, and they also have jelly blasters now. The jelly blasters are cool. I just saw that they were promoting that. Me and Jose spoke about that. So gel blasters are kind of like paintball guns, but they are water-based. So it's less of a mess, lower impact, so it doesn't hurt as much, and they have unlimited ammo for you. And then I saw a video that they do for the gel blasters. They set up like a whole arena, so you and your friends and whoever can go have a gel blaster, whatever. So big shout out to the Little Angels Waco. Make sure you guys hit them up for your next event for your kids, or even just for you, and then invite me. Remember, bounce houses, water slides, and gel blasters. Those are new, so don't miss out. All right, so Noni, let's go ahead and I want to talk a little bit more about your boxing. So from what I understand, you were a professional boxer. How long did you do that, and why did you stop?
I did it for, I think, about 15 years.
Yeah.
I loved it.
15 years?
Yeah, I loved every moment of it. I didn't like the training part, but then in the ring, getting to do what you can do real good, and people are watching you. Yeah. I missed that.
Did you get in a lot of fights in school?
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, in high school, I got in one fight, and
okay.
I guess that
I was not a fighter in high school. I think I've said this like in every episode so far. I get my ass whooped. I'll bark all day, whatever, and but when it comes to throwing hands, no, I was kidding. You know what I mean? So I can't fuck with that. No.
Yeah. I got in one fight in high school. Couple of fights in middle school. But I mean, like I said, man, my mom told me, if somebody hits you and you don't hit back, you're gonna get an ass when you come home.
You don't want that ass.
I was more scared of my mama than anybody else.
Really?
Yeah.
She's like, I gotta meet her. No, okay.
Nah.
Because my mom was kind of scary too, but she's from Brooklyn, so it's different.
I guess being the only son, I wanted to make sure that I respect my mama and abide by her.
She wanted to make sure you weren't. That's what it was. That's why she was whooping that ass. No, okay. So for the boxing, go ahead and continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no. Like I said, man, I did it for a long time.
Yeah.
And it got kind of to a point where some personal things happened.
Okay.
I could have lost my family. And I was
these bitches? It was these bitches. Yeah, these hoes don't.
It was just I don't know, man. It just got to a point where God gives you opportunities, and that's what He shows you, He gives it to you, and if this is really what you want, you're gonna have to sacrifice for it.
Okay.
And I mean, I just felt like I was gonna sacrifice a little too much, and I love my family too much to be able to do that.
So when you say that, was it like, I guess, travel wise, or was it these bitches?
It was just grinding, grinding hard, and then it just. I mean, I woke up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Went and worked out. Ran 3 miles, did my workout, come home, take a shower, get ready for work.
I see.
Get off of work, go to the gym, work out for another 2 hours, come home, eat, barely eat. Basically, you gotta eat.
Like
right?
Nothing. Yeah.
And then I'm like frustrated, because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
It's just,
and then you can't have sex, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that too, because I had my last guest on here, and when you guys are doing events like that, you can't have sex.
Nah, because a lot of people say it takes away from your legs, stamina.
Yeah, it does.
I guess,
it takes away from my legs.
I I don't know. My coach would get mad at me sometimes. I come to the gym, you're like, what you do last night? Because you ain't seeming just yourself. I'm like, man, chill.
Mind your business. I know, right?
Coach.
Were you trying to watch? Damn. Okay. No, and then I'm sure Precious, if she's an ass kicker like she said you were, no, you better come over here and get this shit. What the fuck? Sex. I don't give a fuck about no damn fight. You better come over here and fuck me. Kick your fucking ass. We're trying to make another baby. No, so, I mean, was that like I kind of want to dive into that a little bit.
Okay.
You've heard of the term cockstrong?
Yeah.
I talked with Armando Villarreal. It's the shots. We took a shot during the break, but I talked about it with Armando Villarreal, and he was, explaining to me what cockstrong was and how you can't have sex because like releases your endorphins or something.
Yeah. It I guess it relaxes you. You know what I'm saying?
Sex,
sex
does.
it
Yes,
relaxes you, and then I guess you have to basically start out over. Like you're already at your peak, and then you let all that out, and it's just like. You just feel drained, and it's like, dang, I got to work myself back up.
Doesn't it feel good? Yeah. I'm going to have some sex tonight. No, it's so crazy. Like, yeah, he was talking about how he had to, like, I guess they were saying maybe, like, you could do it twice or something. I don't know. I don't remember last week, but.
Man, it wasn't really that really wasn't a problem for me, because
we fist to lose this fight because it's a problem for me.
It wasn't really a problem for me or Precious because we both understood what we wanted, or what she wanted to see me accomplish,
Okay.
And but like I said, man, that frustration and like I said, you get big headed, I mean, because I was getting a lot of support, and for people I didn't even know, and I was just like, yeah, I'm the man, but. In actuality, man, you was a boy, I was still a boy, and I had to learn,
Let me tell you, I was friends with a professional boxer as well, and he was like that too. He was very talented. I'll always give him that. We don't speak anymore, but he was like that, like on some Mayweather shit. That's what I call it. Yeah. Like, I'll never lose a fight. He lost one fight and quit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was so disappointed in him for that because like you really do have some good. Like sometimes you just gotta take the L in life.
Yeah.
I mean, what I mean? You're not gonna always reach the top, and so. And then it's these bitches too. It is these bitches. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah.
It was these bitches.
Man, just I learned a lot from boxing. A lot of discipline, a lot of responsibility,
humility, I guess.
Humility, especially. I mean, I've been knocked down in two of my fights, and it was the first time I ever being knocked down. And
I bet that hurts too.
Nah, you really don't feel it. I mean, I got up and it was like, man, what just happened? I can't believe he did that because he wasn't. It didn't feel like it hit hard, but
yeah.
I mean, I guess he caught me right on the button.
You know what's so cute? So I was stalking your Facebook so I can, ask you questions. And I was looking at all your family pictures, and you guys are all happy. And, oh, look, we're at the park or we're at the lake or whatever. And, like, black eye. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, bruised. And, like, I was like, what the fuck? But then that's from your fights.
Yeah,
okay. Those are war wounds.
War wounds.
Oh, my God. Can I just give a big shout out to this girl from Waco? And I hope that she watches this. Her name is Chastity Standifer. And I always said that she would be the head of my security. She's from, like, East Waco or something. But she's fucking tough. She's, like, this big. But she'll fight any fucking buddy. And she made a video one time. And Chastity, if you're watching this, she's going to, like, totally make fun of me. But she got on there. I guess she almost tried to get jump or whatever. And then she beat the brakes out of both those bitches. And she went on fucking live, and it was the best thing. I watch it to this day on my TV. On my TV with like fucking potato chips.
Yeah.
And she's just like, man, these hoes tried to fucking jump me. They didn't know I'm fucking cockstrong. That's what she fucking said. And she goes, ain't a stain on me. That was the best fucking thing ever. I was like, yo, I texted her and I said, when I become like a big giant thing or whatever, you're the head of my security.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she's like 5 feet tall. You know what I mean?
You gotta watch out for the little ones, man.
Yeah, you do, because you're short. Armando was short. Chastity is short, but let me tell you something, ferocious. I'm scared of her too.
That's
like, you know what I mean? But I told her, she's like, man, you crazy, man. You know what I mean? And so big shout out to Chastity fucking standing for her. I love her. She did. She went on there. She's like, them hoes tried to, I banged them hoes head together like some cymbals. I was like, cymbals? What'd you do?
I was more of a, calm. I didn't look for trouble. I didn't try to fight nobody, outside the ring. But if it came to it, you gotta hold your own. You're a man. So
I don't know. I'll be running.
Nah.
I might have to be running. No, I don't have time for this. Okay, like I'm very good looking.
I mean, now, I'm all about my family. I'm not worried about.
You definitely seem very much like a family man, which I really appreciate. That.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot. It's so. Like there's a stigma with dudes. You know what I mean? That I feel that like if the family falls apart, it's because of them. And
Yeah.
I like to see strong men in a family really holding it down. I feel like a man should do everything there for their family. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go to work, babe, if you have to stay home. Like, if I have to work 3 jobs. You know what I mean? Would you say that that's the kind of dad that you want to be?
Oh, yeah.
Not that you want to be, but if you had to be.
Yeah, if I had to be, for sure, you know, I mean, like I said, man, me and Press have been together for a long time.
How long has it been? I probably missed that part.
Almost 13 years.
Yeah. Precious is very pretty. I like her hair.
Oh, yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
But you know, there was a time when I had to work 2 jobs and still, you know, go work out in the morning and in the afternoon. Right. You know, so it's really up to you if you really want it, you know.
Life is what you make it. Yeah, we talked about that.
Life is like a dream, you know. Yeah. You can do anything in your dream.
And now you don't have to worry about being cockstrong. Now you can have sex whenever you want because you're not boxing anymore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, how about some of your accolades in boxing? Like, did you get any awards or anything? Like, did you ever do Golden Gloves? I did Golden Gloves.
Yeah, man. I won 3 times in regionals, and then I got 2nd place in state. I lost to the number 1 in the nation. Matter of fact, the last time we went, I think it was in 2013. I had fought 3 dudes in regionals from the same team, and I beat all 3 of them.
Damn.
And the coach came up to me, and my coach Tony, and he was like, "Man, I don't know how you did it." He was like, "I couldn't tell my fighter which way to fight you, you know, because one way you was boxing, the other day you was, you know, brawling," and he was just amazed, I guess. And he was like, "I'm gonna sign you," but me and my coach sat down, we talked about it. It just wasn't the right time.
Okay.
And then from there we went to state. Yeah. And then I fought the number 1 in the nation, and we fought at 141. I usually fight at 132.
Is that weight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I weigh 141 as well. But yeah.
But you know, I fought at 141, and you know, I was just you know, saying this prayer or this verse that I read in the Bible. You know, it was go and do not be afraid, for I will never leave you nor forsake you. And I would say that I would rehearse that over and over, and because every dude that I would fight, man, was taller than me. You know? Really? Yeah, it was like 141. I was like, hey, these dudes, shit, right? These dudes are giants.
Like a fucking chastity.
But you know, I got in there, you know, and I fought the number 1 in the nation. And first round, man, right out the back, I was boxing. I felt like I did good, you know. And then we got back to the corner, and my coach was like, you know, he's bigger than you, so you know he's finna come out the 2nd round and try to rush you, put all his weight on you. Right. And that's what he did, you know. And he got the best of me that night. But it was just amazing to be able to see, because people, you know, were coming up to my coach, you know, from because we fought in Fort Worth, so people from Dallas and I think it was Austin or San Antonio was coming to watch me fight, you know, like, hey, this is gonna be a good fight, you know, and that made me feel good, like, man, I'm really good at something, you know, and you know, I lost, but I was more the type of real humble, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
well, I was gonna say, like, the fact that you even got to fight somebody that was that high ranking. I mean, that's got to say a lot. They don't just throw anybody in there, right? I mean, it
was awesome. It was a good experience, you know. And after that, you know, it kind of started, I guess, declining. You know what I'm saying? I guess I wasn't taking it serious, and then a dude named David Hill. Okay. He was like, man, I'm very impressed in you. You know, I like the way you work. You know, I'm finna put on this benefit, and you come and hit the mitts, and maybe somebody say, hey, let's help him, you know, turn pro. Right.
But when you say hit the mitts, that's the thing that they go like this, right?
So, you know, we did that. Yeah. And because at first I was like, you know, I'm done with boxing. I mean, I felt like it was already, you know, like I said, on the downside. Okay. And my coach called me one day. He was like, hey, man, did you hear David Hill wants to, you know, put on this benefit or whatever? So I was like, okay, cool. And I went, I hit the mitts, and I guess they were impressed. Oh. And they was like, okay, well, you know, we'll help him out. Yeah. So he had got a lot of people who sponsored, so we got into a meeting, you know, and it was big, you know, a big room, you know, big table, chairs, and then you see all these people come in, and, you know, they got, you know, they're in a higher class. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, oh man, this is a real meeting, you know. And we was taking pictures, and it was just something.
My tie and bring my tie. Right?
It was something exciting, you know, a new experience. And they was like, you know, we're here to help. Okay. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, David Hill, he was a personal trainer, you know, strength and conditioning. Right. Where I'm from, a lot of people, you know, they rather see you, you know, fail than
from here in Waco, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, basically where I grew up at, you know, where I grew up at.
On tries.
And then, and, you know, these people were helping me, you know, buying gym clothes, gym shoes, personal trainer, the swim coach, you know, they all believed in me, you know. And then I put on that fight, David put on that fight, and, everybody came, man, just all these supporters, man, and everybody screaming my name in that first fight. I was like, oh, man, this is serious.
Okay, I would have been
So we fought that fight, and, I got paid, and then. Was
it a lot?
Well, man, my bonus was the people who put it on and who believed in me, man.
Really?
I got a bonus, and I was like, what? I was like, that's crazy. So I took my family on a little vacation. I was like, man, I can get used to this.
Yeah.
So then
we going to Disney World.
Yeah.
Order the shrimp, baby. You good?
so we had a couple of fights after that, and then we had 2 losses.
Right.
And that was kind of devastating. But I guess the whole time, man, I never took it really serious, and I know I should have,
I got you. And, and you made up a really good point that I kind of want to touch base on for a minute, that you were saying a lot of people that are from where you're from maybe didn't want to see you win or succeed. And Adrian Fajardo and I on episode 6 talked about that. And it's so crazy when you start doing something that starts popping off, you really get to see who's on your corner and who's not. As I went through that too, working for Power 108 and for here as well. And so it's just really important to make sure that you have the right people behind you that are going to push you to succeed. And I mean, you would agree with that.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
man. Cool. We suffered our 2 losses, and that's okay. me and my coach Tony, I mean, he had, personal things going on, and he had to go his way. And then I had Hyman train me, and we had another fight, and that fight I was in real good shape. It was just that dude had the better hand, and that's when I lost here in Waco my second time, and that was a real good fight though. A lot of people were coming up to me saying they were inspired by that fight or whatever.
Oh wow!
And I was telling my wife, I was like, man, I'm done. I don't want this no more.
Tired of the black eyes. And
man. This was like the first time my face was all beat up. I had to get stitches.
Wow.
My nose was broken. I was like, man, this ain't for me.
Okay.
My son was crying, and then so I was like, you know what, this ain't for me. And I don't know. I talked to this dude named Glenn. He's another one of my coaches, Glenn and Tony Chavez.
All these shout outs.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You shout whatever you want. Yeah.
So they was like, man, we got a big fight for you, and I was like, okay, cool. So I started training with him, and I told him I don't want no days off, because if I get a day off, I'm gonna get lazy. So we worked through Thanksgiving. I was sacrificing.
Through Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man.
Damn, but save me some ham.
And man, like I said, man, I'm a big believer in God. So
God's cool. He's lit.
My pastor one day told me, if you ever feel like you're overwhelmed, just stop what you're doing and ask what does he want.
Yeah.
So I mean, I did that one day while I was in lunch, getting, I guess eating an apple or something.
Okay.
I couldn't eat nothing
celery
big.
sticks
Yeah,
and
I
shit,
couldn't eat nothing big.
Not even no ranch.
I just took a step back, and because I was telling my wife before that, man, I feel like dropping out this fight. I don't want to fight no more. I don't know why I'm like that. And she was like, no, just pray about it. So I mean, I sat back. I felt
to go to Disney World again.
Yeah. I felt overwhelmed, and I just sat back and was like, well, what do you want, God? And he was like, man, he said, there's something amazing that's about to happen, and I was like, what? I said, okay. And I turned back on my phone. I was watching Netflix for lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
And then my coach called me. He was like, man, I got some big news for you. I was like, what? He was like, man, you might get the fight on TV. I was like, what?
On TV?
He was like, yeah, man, just stay posted. And I was like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
God just told me something was finna happen, and I was like, all right. And then later on, he called me. He was like, man, you got the spot. You're going to fight on TV. It was supposed to be an upcoming prospect in Austin, And so I was like, okay, cool. So that fight, that whole time, and everything was happening in order. Like, God just told me, you going to win this fight.
Okay.
And we on TV. And
Was he right?
Oh, yeah, he was right, man. That was the last fight.
We have to see. Okay.
Yeah, it was the last fight. The dude was good, man. I mean, I give him props, but I mean, how can you beat a king, God? You know what I'm saying? How can you beat that?
Yeah, you're right. God is pretty cool. I like him.
Yeah. No, I mean, but it just.
I had some talks with pastors too, but they've been different. I know. Shut up. Let me shut up. You got me drinking all this Disaronno. Okay, stop.
but after that, I told my wife, it's time for something better. Which is. She was like, well, why don't you go to school? And I was like, yeah, and I started going to school, and I thought about, becoming a teacher. And then, I talked to this speech teacher, and he was like, man, what are you going for? And I said, teacher. And he was like, what you want to do? I said, I want to work with the youth.
Okay.
And he was like, man, I think psychology will be good for you.
Okay.
So
that leads me to my next question. You are a psychology major right now.
Yeah.
You're in college.
Yeah.
What are you? Is it Tarleton that you're attending?
Yes.
Okay. So why psychology? Like, I guess.
I don't know, man. It's just interesting to me,
Really?
man, and be able to be able to talk to the youth. You know,
Right.
I want to get my.
I can't stand listening to people's shit, unless it's like some good ass shit. But if it's like the president, oh god.
I mean, I want to get my master's, but after I graduate next summer,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to be a juvenile probation officer.
Oh.
And then get my master's and my counseling license and try to be a counselor and open up my own practice.
Okay. So did you? I guess like being a psychologist that wasn't like something that you just dreamed of being when you were a kid.
No,
I'm
it
sure,
just
right? Yeah.
no, it just.
Do you think that's something maybe God put in your lap and said, hey, like help these little kids?
Well, people have their passion and their purpose.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And I feel like I found my purpose, and that's what I'm going after. So I've been trying to spend more time at the boxing gym, a GK boxing gym, and I've been helping out with the youth, and it's cool, to be able to give back, what they say, closed mouth don't get fed, but a closed mouth can't feed nobody either.
No, but I know what an open mouth is. you walked into that one. Right? No, one of my really good friends, Jay Carvajal, who actually told me about
my
you.
Boy, man.
Yeah, he boxes a lot too.
Yeah,
and, I could kick his ass, Jay. You know what I mean? No, yeah. Okay, so you're really geared towards working with children.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now I am, I guess because being in the gym, a lot of kids saw that that's Noni, and everybody will point me out like in the gym. I'm like, everybody knows me. But it got to a point to where I started to understand that, man, these kids are looking at your actions. You know what I'm saying? Because they looking up to you. Now they looking at your actions.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know. I guess that's just inspiring to me.
Yeah, I'm like the worst role model for kids. Like I always tell everybody, keep your kids the fuck away from me because I'm not watching my mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not censoring myself in front of your children, and I'm gonna talk about vaginas and peepees all the time. Like I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's good that you chose that route. I think that the youth, especially like in certain areas of the city, really do need that inspiration. Yeah. And again, Adrian and I talked about that as well. And I think there's people that act like that they're only going to be products of their environment. Yeah. Which is not always the case.
No.
And so you want to change that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Man.
So so you said you have about another year and a half in your psychology major?
No, another year.
Oh, another year.
I should
give him his third.
Okay,
his half. All right.
I should graduate next summer, but same time I graduate next summer, my wife graduates with a master's too. So
party? Are we gonna have a party?
Oh yeah,
I'm bringing a Disaronno.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna bring Jennifer Rimlinger, my friend, and she's gonna make us all drinks with the Disaronno.
We
got pizza, fajitas, shrimps. Yeah, I better get invited to that party.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
So you guys will graduate together.
Yeah, we should graduate together.
Oh, that's gonna be a big party.
But man, I've been trying to get my son in boxing, man, but he's just more of a soccer player. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
Let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
But how about your daughters? Maybe you have one of your daughters.
Oh yeah, man. My daughters, they the fighters.
If they're anything like your mom, I was gonna say, and their aunts and shit, you beating up your little son. Is your son the youngest? Or?
Nah, he's the oldest.
Oh, he's the oldest.
But he knows how to box too, though. I showed him since he was 2, so he know what he's doing.
I used to love going to some boxing matches. Just shirtless ass, man. You know what I mean? Like, y'all need a towel, a little dab. You know what I mean? All right, Noni. Well, look, man. I think that's great. I think it's so awesome. Again, Jay, you know of Jay.
Oh yeah.
How did you meet Jay?
Man, through the boxing gym. Matter of fact,
so you
man.
guys work at the same boxing.
Man.
Okay.
George is my boy, man.
Jay and I have been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
I love him.
Oh yeah.
He's great. He's silly.
He get in there, he spoil a little bit, hit the bags a little bit. But I guess just knowing George from the gym, man, he's a pretty cool cat, man. Just he's
a cool cat.
Yeah,
he's alright.
He talks real good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, we see each other at school sometimes at MCC.
Oh yeah.
We stop and we talk. And shout out to Jay, man.
Shout out to Jay. Yeah. I will say he was one of the ones that said you should get Noni. Yeah. And then it was several other people as well. So when I researched you, I was like, that'd be cool. Yeah. Especially because I'm not friends with that other boxer guy anymore. I would have had him, but you ruined it. So anyway, because I'm a bitch, right? But anyway, so Noni, why don't you tell us what's next for you before we wrap up here? So you're going to graduate with psychology. I'm going to get invited to the party.
Oh yeah.
And if I like sleep with any of your family members, just I might be your uncle. Okay.
What's next for me, man? Is like I said, man, graduate. Become a juvenile probation officer, get my master's, and then get my counseling license. And, help, you know,
Just help,
do
yeah.
do what I can to serve, you know.
Well, I think that is absolutely amazing. I have to say that meeting you has been the biggest joy. Precious, I follow her on Facebook as well. She's gorgeous. Big shout out to all of you guys and your accomplishments, the accolades that you guys are going to be receiving with school, the social work and the psychology. I think that's really great. Is there anything else that you want to leave us with today before we wrap up?
Man, just stay positive, stay blessed. Whatever
Right.
energy you put out is what you're gonna get in return.
That's right. Yeah. And you would know better than anybody, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
like, you gotta understand, you know, the only way you fail is if you don't try.
True. Facts.
Yeah,
That's facts.
So,
No, that's facts. You know what? I was really scared about starting this podcast.
Yeah.
I remember telling somebody, I was like, yeah, I'll probably get like 50 views, 70 views. I'll be all right. Now it's like 500.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this is great. You know what I mean? So yeah. No, man, I think, it's been very interesting getting to know you. I hope that you'll come back for another episode sometime in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you and Precious can come at the same time.
Cool.
When you guys graduate. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll get her side of things too, right? So then we could talk about being cockstrong. Hey, are you active on social media at all for the fans or?
Man,
Not really.
Yeah, Facebook.
Facebook. Okay, what's your Facebook, Antonio?
Antonio Castillo.
Antonio Castillo. Well, Noni, thank you for coming on to the Public Affair. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you. I hope that I'm invited to that party.
Oh, yeah.
I spit a little. Okay. That was not inappropriate. The Disaronno was bomb. We took several shots throughout the show. You just haven't seen. So, before we wrap up, guys, I definitely want to give a big shout out to Elite Barbershop on Hewitt Drive. Sid Rodriguez and Marcus Guerrero are the people that reached out to me for that sponsorship. Sid cuts my hair too. You see how like cute and handsome I look? Sid. Marcus is bomb too. Make sure you guys book a hair appointment with them. You can call them on the number on the screen or download the Cut app and you can book your time on there. Thank you again, Noni, for coming on to the Public Affair. Waco, thank you for all your support. Everybody, not even just in Waco, because I got family in New York, Florida, whatever. Everybody reaching out. Everybody, thank you for your support again. Shout out again to Rogue Media Network. Oh, I have to give one more shout out before we leave. My girl, Anna and Kevin. Kevin is the manager at George's in Hewitt. He pulled some real big strings for me, and I have to thank him for that. I told him I was going to thank him on the Public Affair. So, Kevin, Anna, thank you so much. Love you guys. And I'm headed to George's now. So, Waco, thank you again, everybody, for tuning into The Public Affair. Don't forget to click like and subscribe on the YouTube channel at The Public Affair. Follow me on Facebook and on Instagram at The Public Affair. And always, darling, always keep it between us.
Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support in a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.